32 weeks pregnant. I think I'm like 32 weeks and 4 days. And I just wanted to kind of get on here and just say this pregnancy has gone by so fast. I know a lot of you are like, what is she doing? She usually does decor videos. So I don't know. It's Christmas Eve and just feeling thankful. My son's birthday is coming up here December 28th in a couple of days. And I was just thinking, like, man, he was due on Christmas Day, and December 28th is when he actually came. And I remember that just being something special. I just knew he was coming that day. And so I was just thinking, when is she coming? So we are due February 14th. I'll be 40 weeks then, and the doctor said because I'm 40, she didn't want me to go past 39 weeks. So that's around February 6th, 7th, around that day. So we're either gonna let her come on her own when she does or do a swipe. I don't really opt for an induction or anything like that, just because usually my labors are so fast. But I have not had a baby in 5 years, so this should be interesting. My baby in here in this belly, she is absolutely active constantly. I'm always wondering, when does she sleep? She moves so much. And when we had our ultrasound, doctor said she was super long. So that kind of surprised me because we're all short. My dad is tall. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to document this, and I'm super excited. I can't wait for her to come. This would be the 4th baby. I'm not like I'm enjoying her moving so much. She moves very violently when she moves. She's just like constantly kicking. You can see my whole belly just move. And yeah, I've been taking I haven't taken a prenatal, but I do take something called longevity, and that has been helping me through my entire pregnancy. I didn't have any food aversions. I wasn't nauseous. I didn't feel sick. The only thing that I could not have was coffee. Up until about a month ago, I was able to at least have a coffee. Not every day, but just have some. But I don't usually have sugar in it. So I'm just excited, for this baby to come. I have been kind of nesting and just getting everything together for this room. I actually started with kind of like a job. I don't know why we do this to ourselves. If you're like me, I just love to be busy. And when I find something good, I kind of want to be part of it. And I found a company called Ellsworth Food. I'll leave my link down below, but it's a farm to table approach. And we have about 6 months worth of food in our freezer, which is absolutely amazing. I don't really ever have to leave the house unless I'm getting eggs, but I usually get them from our farmer, which is Grace Middle Farms. If you're in Georgia and you're looking for eggs, Grace Middle Farms are absolutely amazing. I get really great eggs from them. Also, my neighbor, it's so funny, he actually has some chickens, and so he's been giving us some eggs too. So it's really awesome living out here in Georgia. But I just really wanted to get on here and document that. Wow, 32 weeks. It has literally flown by. Be going on 33 weeks next week. And then I'll have my 34 weeks. And I just feel like it's just coming so fast. I'm like, where did the heck did time go? But during that time, I've been training, learning about this new company. And reorganize and redo everything in my home. So I actually found a dresser online. I painted it for her, and then I found what do you call that, like a changing table. And so I did a changing table for her. my Hello Kitty water cup, making sure I stay very much hydrated, drinking water. Yeah, also we got a new sofa, which I'm really excited about. My parents came in November and decided that they were gonna stay here for Thanksgiving. And then they were like, well, December, January, the baby will be here. So we're just gonna stay. And so they ended up staying. And we've had our leather sofa. Gosh, I mean, if you guys watch my decor channel, you know I've had that sofa, gosh, for like 7-8 years. It's never been a favorite of mine. When I first met my husband, I had all white furniture. So I don't know if any of you are white furniture people, but I loved everything that was like white in my house. I redid my bedroom. I've had this bed now for about 3 years. It's like my favorite bed. I get so many compliments on it. But I went and I got this really soft blanket. This is just a throw, and I ended up getting this comforter here. Yeah, so I've just been bringing in a lot of creams and browns back into the house. And, you know, I just kind of wanted to get that feeling back. So we've been sofa hunting, and my mom decided you need a new sofa. So we ended up getting this white plush sofa, which I'm really, really excited about. We get it on Tuesday. So I'll probably do a new video showing that. But yeah, lots has been happening. I kind of like sold a lot of stuff. I got rid of a lot of things. And I've also been doing some, a little bit of Valentine's Day decor. And so I wanted to show you a few things that I got. And also, yes, oh, you know what? Why don't we choose baby's outfit here? I had a couple of outfits, and I actually just got a new one. And if you're wondering, like, what the heck is that on the TV? I've been watching labor and delivery videos, which is like one of my favorite things to do, is watch these labor and delivery videos. I just think it feels, not that, I mean, I've been through birth before, so I don't have to worry about what is, or if I'm going to prepare or anything for it, because I've already given birth, but each time has been different. So, be kind of cool if I just started this video as like what my births have been like. So why don't we do that? I actually can do that. We can talk about, let me fix my camera here. Okay. So, let's see here. So I got this from Carter's, and it is super, super soft. I mean, really, really soft. And I was thinking about putting her in this for her, you know, coming home outfit with a little bow or maybe like a hat. I usually don't buy pink, so it was very different for me. And then I really like this one. This one looks a little bit bigger. I'm not sure if it'll fit her. Let me see. I think I got this one 3 months. I was worried it would like run small, but it is so cute. And I know everybody hates these snaps, which is what this is. This is a snap. And as a mom of 4, I can tell you that the zippers are like the absolute best for baby. So I do have a few outfits that are picked out, but my I want to talk about my birth. And so my first birth was with my son, my oldest, who is now 12. He'll be going on 13. And I actually used a midwife, and I always got my urine checked. I got everything checked, and everything was always fine. My water broke, and I remember calling 911, and they were like, why did you call 911? I'm like, I don't know. It's the first time I've given birth. I don't know what to do. I was all by myself. I was all alone. And then I get to the hospital, and of course my midwife is there, and she says, why did you call? And I'm like, I don't know, I just had a feeling that I needed to. And they thought it was so weird, because they were like, you have no pain at all, would you like a an epidural? And I was like, no, I'll be fine. And they just really suggested that you need this. I think it would be really great. And at that time I didn't know anything, so or really advocate for myself, or, you know, I just kind of was like, yeah, I'll get the epidural. And, you know, once I got it, I ended up seizing and then vomiting. I think I died. I had like a really strange experience, which I think a lot of people would love to hear about. If you want to hear about that, put it in the comments. I'm wondering if you can even hear me because my kids are making a whole bunch of noise. So give me a second. Okay, sorry about that. I was just like, I don't know if they can hear me. This isn't usually like my typical video, but I just kind of wanted to document, you know, what's gonna happen. So probably from 32 weeks for the next couple weeks, I'll be documenting weekly. I don't think daily. I don't know if you guys want to watch me daily. If you do, put it in the comments. I will do it daily. No. So I ended up being like going to like this dark space, and I heard a voice that was like, you know, don't worry. And I could hear my husband like praying for me, and I heard a voice say like, he's praying for you to live, and you're gonna be fine. And you know, you're gonna be alive. You're gonna live through this. And you know, I was probably traumatized for a really long time. And I was like, I'm never having kids again. Like, this is it. And then I got pregnant again with my second son, which I really was shocked. I know it sounds funny, like, how are you shocked? You know, like, if you do the do, then you know it. And that's a whole other story by itself as well, because, you know, I wasn't married, and, you know, I'm not judging anybody if you're not married. I mean, I had my first child out of wedlock, my second one as well, and then we ended up getting married. But, you know, sometimes things just don't work out how your parents planned for your life to work out, and that's fine. And that was probably like really hard on me, or I was hard on myself in that time. But anyways, my second son, I just knew he was coming. It was December 28th, and it was a snowstorm. We were in Massachusetts, and I remember, oh my gosh, the doctors and nurses were all laughing at me, and they were like, you're 1 centimeter. And I was like, no, I know this baby's coming. I was like, please give me like 45 minutes. And, you know, they all kind of rolled their eyes and laughed. But something in me was like, I know this baby's coming. And so I ended up giving birth that night. And literally within that 45 minutes, I was like, told my husband, I'm like, something feels different, something has changed. And he's like, okay, you know, let's get the nurse. And so the nurse comes in, and my husband's standing like right next to her, and his face, it was like, and it just dropped. And she was like, don't push. And I actually have like a scar on my arm from when they were trying to get the IV in, and I was trying to calm her down. And I was like, you know, it's okay, you know, don't feel bad, you know, it's okay, just take your time. And she's like, please don't push. And, you know, by the time we made it in the elevator, I just was bearing down, deep voice, and like, and my husband still makes fun of me to this day. He's always like, remember that time you were like, but I really had like this huge urge to push. And, you know, by the time we made it to the room, I was 10 centimeters, and the doctor, I could feel her. She put her finger right, you know, right there, and she pushed down, and she said, push. And at the same time, and the baby just, I mean, he came all the way out. And I always say that was like my best birth. That was so amazing. And then with my third son, I actually, I didn't even know I was in labor. I just felt like a lot of back pain. And I told my husband, I was like, all I want to do, and I had prayed this like for the longest time, God, please, like, let me just see Riley and Ian, you know, walk off the stage for their graduation. And they were little at that time. And so it was funny enough, they walk off the stage for their graduation. And I started feeling, you know, the back pain and everything. So we went for a drive. We went by the beach. It was really, you know, just a peaceful drive, but I could feel the contractions getting closer and closer and closer. So by the time we were like right about to our house, I was like, babe, you're gonna have to make a U-turn. Let me just go to the hospital and just make sure I'm okay. And, you know, he's like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just. So I go inside the hospital and I go to the front desk and I say, hey, listen, I'm just gonna sit in this little waiting area. And it was a labor and delivery. And I'm just gonna wait right here, and I'm just gonna, you know, see like how I feel and things like that. And he was like, ma'am, I've been doing this for 30 years. I'm gonna need you to go to the back and get a gown, and, you know, we can check you. And I was like, no, like, I'm fine. He's like, no, ma'am, you are not fine. Please go. And so, you know, I was like, okay, you know, let me not give him a hard time. I don't know everything. So I go, put on the gown and throw my legs up, and the doctor comes in and she's like, oh, you're 6 centimeters. And I'm like, oh, wow. And so it wasn't until I was about 8 or 9 centimeters that I started feeling like this intense back pain. And I'm like, I really don't have pain down there. I'm just having like this intense, you know, chest pain and back pain. And so she goes, you know, let me just check something real quick. And then she goes, oh, he's sunny side up. And I'm like, oh. And with watching all of these birthing vlogs and everything like that, close my door, baby. With watching all of these birthing vlogs, I've seen the women, you know, the doctors tell them, hey, you know, your baby is sunny side up, and then they just kind of get on all fours and rock for a little bit, and then the baby flips. That might not be the case for everybody, but I wish somebody would have told me that, so I would have at least been able to try it. But I didn't get that option. My person who delivered me, doctor, I didn't really work with a doctor, so I didn't know who she was. It was just like I had to go in, give birth, and she was like, I have 10 other people. I need you to get this baby out. And I was like, oh my gosh. And it was kind of like really hectic and crazy. And I mean, I kind of feel like God puts people who are supposed to, like, who are delivering you. I feel like, you know, whenever a doctor is in there, I feel like that doctor is like meant to be there, and it's best to, you know, listen and really kind of, you know, hope that they're gonna do the best thing for you and baby. And so, you know, she pulls out something like, it looks like a toilet plunger, you know, and she's like, I'm gonna put this in, I'm gonna pull the baby out, and you have to push it at the same time, because if you don't, you know, I could pull your baby's head off, and, you know, baby comes out with just head. And I was like, what did she just say to me? Like, I literally was in shock, and probably I was just terrified. So I pushed the hardest I could, and boom, he came out, and he had, you know, a little cone head. But I remember that being such a beautiful moment. They threw him on me, and just having him there, you know, when they say your baby's heart rate is dropping, or we have to get him out now, or whatever the case, even if she had to deliver 10 other women, I was like, okay, you know, let's just get this baby out. And so with this one, I am not sure what the birthing experience will be like, but I am praying that it will be just as quick as Ian. That was my second one. And really praying for a great birth, and one where me and baby come home. Sorry. I think there are 2 wishes that every parent has. The first one is when a mom goes into delivery, is I want to make sure that I'm okay and baby's okay, and we both live and come home. Especially if you have other children, you want to come home. And then the second wish is, God, you know, never let me have to deal with my children dying before me. That's probably the 2 most
prayers that any mom could make. I'm sorry, getting like super emotional in this video, which was not planned at all. So, just to be real with you guys, you know, it's more like, you know, what is God's plan? This baby, you know, everybody kind of prophesied, you know, or foretold, you know, that this baby was coming. And so I am super excited to see her. I'm like more anxious to see what she's gonna look like. If you've seen my kids, and I'll show you, like, this is Riley when he was born, and this is Ian. He was super red. I really have a cool birthing story about Ian. He really cool. Yeah, he's super red, but I seen that before he was even born. And then here is Zane, and if you look closely, Zane actually had and was born with like a whole bunch of hair, like on his forehead, like a gorilla. And then he had dark hair, and then he like went bald. And I'm gonna put a picture right here so you can see. He went bald, and then he grew his hair back, and then he got blue eyes. So random. Born with brown hair, brown eyes, a head full, like a forehead full of hair. And then he actually he had like icy blue eyes, and they were so beautiful. He was like the cutest baby ever. Just kept getting cuter and cuter. And now he has like curly, light brown, you know, ash hair, and his eyes are brown. Sometimes, sometimes they are like a green. Sometimes they go green. Not this green. I am praying. So my dad has green eyes, and my brother has green eyes, and my prayer was always like, well, God, why didn't you give me green eyes? And my husband says, well, he always knows what he does. So I'm hoping, and my prayer is that she has green eyes and stays with green eyes. And I'm talking like this color green. How cool would that be? Just so that she could have my father's eyes. That would be super, super cool. And so that's kind of like one of my wish list prayer. But if it doesn't happen, that's okay, because she'll be just as beautiful with brown eyes. So that's kind of like the update on this video. I'm very, very excited to meet her. She moves so much. I swear, like, if any of you have ever had a baby, or like had the baby like inside of you, and it moves so much, it really feels like she's here with me. I'm just not feeding her. I can like hold her. That's how, like, she comes out of, like, pushes so far out that I feel like I'm holding her. And so it just feels like so surreal sometimes, because I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you're not here yet. And it's really just, I'm excited to see her, to see how her brothers are with her. And so I don't know, I just thought I'd make like a little vlogging video of, you know, how my births have gone, what I'm looking forward to. And I really just I didn't think I would get emotional in this video, but you know, that's what pregnant women do. They get emotional. Who can testify to that? But yeah, so I will see you guys in the next video. This one, my husband's working nights this weekend, and then they will go ahead and let him have off for like a week. But I was sitting here and I'm like, I haven't made a video for a while, and I really don't do kind of like these talking videos, because sometimes I think people get bored, but then I end up watching other people and they talk, and I'm like, oh, that was really good information, or like, I wish, you know, like I had heard more stories. Or so I just thought, let me just make a little video and just talk to you guys. And you know, there are so many of you that have subscribed to my channel and have stayed with me over the years, and there's about 550 of you, and that number goes up and down. And really, I'm just amazed that I even have 500 subscribers. I just think it's so cool that you guys love my content and things like that. And I will be doing a Valentine's Day video. I actually, if let me actually show you a pillow here that I have. Oh, sorry, I'm all up in the camera. Okay, so look at this. I got this from Ross, and this is, so all of this I think I basically got from Ross. So I got this blanket and it's like so soft, and then I got this, and then this pillow, and so it's very kind of like neutral, and I just wanted my room to be kind of subdued, because her stuff is very well, not pink, but like a mauve, and I'm sharing the room with her. And so I just thought, like, if she was wearing something and I wanted to take a picture, like, she would look so cute with this cream color, and then look how cute. So that's what I've been doing. And Ross had so many cool things. They have these little candles, and I, added the battery, and they flicker, and I turn these on at night. And I'll show you real quick. Let me show you. I think this is so cool. So these are over at Ross. This was $8.99, and look at that. So pretty, right? So I have just been redecorating, getting the house ready. I want to be in a space where I feel comfortable, the baby feels comfortable, and I'm really becoming like a minimalist. Like, whatever I don't need, it needs to go in the trash, and just getting the house ready. So that's probably like a nesting thing, but I can tell you, I've been nesting for about 2 months now. And I love it. I love getting rid of stuff and making the house new, and just cleaning things out. And so anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and being a part of, my story over the last, 5 to 7 years. I mean, I've had this channel forever. I went from decorating to making wreaths to decorating, and and basically that's what this channel is. It's just lifestyle decorating, and really just showing you things that are in stores, and things that I like. And if you're not a subscriber and you're watching this, I'd love for you to subscribe and become family with us. And if you get tired of me and you're like, she's boring, I don't even know why I subscribed, and you unsubscribe, that's okay too. Thank you for being part of, part of my story and being here. And I really appreciate every single one of you, especially if you've watched this video to the end. Like, I'm just sitting here talking. I don't know. So, like I said, I enjoy watching a couple of people talk online and giving their stories and things like that. And sometimes I think about storytelling on here, or I have so many great stories, and just so many things about what God has done in my life. And if you don't know, if you're new and you're watching this, we couldn't get pregnant for like 5 years, and I started taking 2 products, and they are called Longevity and Rhythm. Well, I was also taking Relieve with it, so it's like a woman's pack. It was 3, but my husband, they came out with a men's product called Cadence, and he actually was on the trial, my husband, for about 10 days, and in that 10-day span, I got pregnant. So crazy. I was on my products for 10 months. He was on his product for 10 days, just a trial. And I really just could not believe it. And it helped us with a fertility issue naturally. So we didn't use IVF or any other methods. We really just wanted to try like a natural way. And so I really committed myself. And I asked my husband, I was like, can you commit to this? And he was like, yeah, and he still loves the products. He's still taking them. But I just, everything is whenever it is God's timing, it will happen. So if you're watching this and, you're like, man, I really just want to have a baby, lift it up to the Lord. And I can tell you, I actually had a dream before I even got pregnant. And it was funny because I thought it was my dad's friend, and I called my dad's friend and I said, hey, listen, because that's how God speaks to me. He speaks to me in dreams. But I had this dream where I called my dad on FaceTime, which I normally do. I always call my dad on FaceTime every day. He's like so sick of me. So I ended up calling him in this dream. And when I looked behind him on the sofa, it's like all these little baby girl clothes. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what are all these baby girl clothes? And my mom is like smiling and happy. And then I look over and I see my dad's best friend and they wave like this. And I say like, oh, yes. Okay. And they wave. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And then when I wake up, I'm like, oh, my dad's best friend is gonna have, so I call my dad's best friend. I'm like, hey, listen, I think your daughter is gonna have a baby. And he's like, actually, there are two things that are like super weird about that dream. And the first one is my daughter said that she wants to have a baby, a different way. She doesn't want to, birth the baby. She has certain, medical things that, she just would rather not. So I was like, oh, I was like, okay. And then he goes, well, also, we sew clothes. So why would we, buy clothes? I really don't think we would buy. We have a whole bunch of clothes that my wife would sew and things like that. And I'm like, I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, you never know. And I mean, not all dreams are prophetic. Not all dreams are gonna happen or meant to be. But I really, really felt like this dream is gonna happen, And then that was one thing that happened. And then the next thing that happened was I closed my eyes and I was talking to my brother one night, and I'm telling him, I'm like texting my brother, I'm like, I don't think that God wants me, to have another baby. This is just not gonna happen. And I know I already have 3. Why do I want one more? A lot of people say that. I really just wanted my little girl. But I had this vision where I closed my eyes after I told my brother, like, this isn't gonna happen. And he goes, just keep praying, And at that point, I kind of lost hope, and I was just kind of, I think everybody kind of gets upset, at their situation or with God. And it's like, why, even if you can't have one, it's like, why, or how long do I have to wait, or what's happening, or, So I was right there, like, this is not gonna happen. When I closed my eyes, I saw this big tree, like a big oak tree, and it was so pretty. And I walk over to it, and right on the bottom is like this little box, and it had a pink bow. And I like opened my eyes like so quick. And I told my brother, I'm like, oh my gosh, I think God has like a present for me. And I kept thinking, like, maybe it's, the girl, maybe. And, he was giving me little signs, and it wasn't like the next day I found out I was pregnant. I mean, the way that things happen, it kind of like led up. It was kind of like he was telling me, it will happen, but I didn't look at it like that. I'm just like, oh, I had a dream, or I don't know what this dream means or what it signifies. It could be this, but maybe it's just me making it up. And the one last one I'll tell you is my husband went to Dollar Tree to get my son some like gummy bears. So they go inside, and this lady just randomly says like, oh, I can't wait to see what that little girl looks like. And he's like, what? He's like, no, we're done. We have 3 boys, we're not having any more. She goes, I hate to tell you this, but God's got one more for you, and it's a little girl. And she's like, and if I see you again, this is like a random stranger too. So he's like, if I see you again, you let me know if you got that girl, because I'm 100% positive God's got a blessing for you. And he came to the car and he told me. And I was just like, that is so weird that, just somebody randomly would say that. But lo and behold, we got a blood test, and it said it was a girl. And then we did the ultrasound, and this is the ultrasound here, and said it was a girl. So that's what it, well, it looks like a girl. So hopefully with all these girl clothes and everything, But anyways, I've ended this video like 3 times, right? God bless you guys. Stay encouraged. We're coming up on a new season. I know today is Christmas Eve and tomorrow is Christmas, but I just wanted to encourage you guys and to have a very, very blessed Merry Christmas and your New Year's. Usually I do a video for New Year's and I decorate, and but I just think I'm so ready to get rid of the Christmas, and I'm nesting them. Got this big old belly here and just ready, you know, to move to that next chapter. And so yeah, I'm excited. So God bless you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Merry Christmas. Bye.